This is Dumbed Down Life number 66.
Welcome to the Enrichment Center. Hello, and welcome to the Enrichment Center. Hello, your specimen has been processed. Hello, your specimen has been processed. Hello, your specimen has been processed. Hello, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. The device has been modified. The device has been modified. Hello, where you are, then. Hey, I don't hate you. Well, you found me. Congratulations. Was it worth it? The only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart. This isn't brave. It's murder. What did I ever do to you? You don't even care, do you? Please proceed into Android hell. Android hell. Weighted storage cube destroyed. Weighted storage cube destroyed. Weighted storage cube destroyed. Thank you for participating in this Aperture Science computer-aided enrichment activity. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Welcome to the show, and this week with us, who have we got? We have Lance.
Good evening.
And we have Darren.
Good morning.
And we have Doug. Good afternoon. And with us this week as well, we have a special guest, Bobbi.
Hello.
And Bobbi's my wife, for those of you that don't know.
Housewife. Extraordinaire.
I have no idea why, but that made me think of rude things when she said extraordinaire. I was thinking naked. I don't know why extraordinaire means naked.
Because you're a big old perv.
Let me be clear about that. She's
You're
dressed.
Big perv. Yes, at the moment I am dressed. Yes.
You're dressed very comfortably.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
I am comfortable.
There's no in-joke there, by the way, guys. She's not wearing, like, Victoria's Secret's outfits or anything.
I do have on a push-up bra.
It's a bit traditional when husband and wife are recording a podcast that the wife will normally try to distract the husband by flashing the boobs.
By doing who?
By letting Lance talk all over the top. So no, you carry on, Lance. Come on, you spoiled it with your laughing there. That was impeccable timing, and you just ruined it.
You asked me to expose myself to my husband. Okay. Woo!
And there we have it, gentlemen. She had her tits up.
But before we do that, can we just turn the cameras on?
Firecracker.
They weren't on? Damn. That's upsetting. I thought they were. Damn.
You thought they were upside down?
No, I thought that the cams were on.
No,
they're
not.
You know I'm an exhibitionist.
Oh, yes.
Shit.
How long have you lived out there? You still can't get the language?
Oh, apparently Jed would announce a new record deal.
Oh, Christ. Who with?
Universal? Is that anything to do with you, like, Bobby? No,
Universal?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Right. Not your fault then. Can't blame you.
No, not this time. But listen, I do have a hysterical story. Yesterday on my local cable channels, we have this on-demand service called Kids On Demand and Preschool On Demand.
Kids on Demand, that sounds like a paedophile's wet dream.
Well, it's
It gets
terrible
worse.
that you just do that because they're very popular with housewives who have their kids at home, and they have these little preview windows of shows that are coming on. It's like a picture-in-picture thing when you're just tuning to the channel. Yesterday, guess what the kids got to see?
Porn.
Playboy.
Porn.
Yes!
Porn. For like 10, 15 minutes before somebody discovered said porn.
Ouch.
And said porn and they poor kids. It made the news. It was terrible.
Actually, it even made the BBC news site. as well.
It did indeed.
Yeah. I didn't realise what you were talking about till halfway through, then I got it.
It was local.
It was local, yeah. It was.
But it made the BBC news?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was my personal cable company, my personal office.
So, our heads going to roll?
Well, I had a feeling that somebody was already rolled, and they probably did it on purpose. Of course, we would never say that, but I can find out.
Great.
That was a
You didn't
disgruntled ex-employee then, was it?
You do realise this is going out available to the entire world, therefore next week you may lose your job.
Yes, the disclaimer is my name is really Bonnie, and I don't know who Bob is, but anyway, it just sounds like something somebody might do when they were pissed off about something to me, so.
It does seem a little bit strange that something quite so specific should end up on a children's channel, isn't it? I mean, it's never actually happened that it's been a farming program. Oh no, a farming program has been shown as a preview on a children's channel.
What got me is one of the producers apparently videotaped it off his TV.
Rather than
Showed
phoning in to let them know, yeah. Thanks.
Quick, love, get the video camera. He was from Scunthorpe. Although I'm not actually sure that was a Scunthorpe accent.
Head up, look alive, no excuses this time. She's not real, it's just your mind. This is it, say goodbye. Killer, 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 off. Killer, 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 off. Killer, 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 off. Killer, 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 killer. She's the voice in your head that says, stay in bed. And she tells you you're weak, you don't need her critique. No, she's not worried now, 'cause she knows you'll back down. Don't help her out, why do you keep her around? Killer, 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 off. Killer, 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 off. Killer, 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 off. Killer, 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 killer. Just your mind, just your mind, just your mind, just your mind. Killer, 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 off. Killer, 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 off. Killer, 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 off. Killer, 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 killer.
And that was The Ropes with Kill Her Off. You can find The Ropes on www.theropesonline.com. So, Doug, do you actually go to the BBC site regularly?
Yeah, I actually have the BBC News website as my homepage.
So, did you see the headline about the robber hitting the policeman with a penis?
No,
Why
I
did I?
unfortunately missed that.
No, it was literally that. It was drunken hits policeman with penis. Now I'm thinking, well, a lot of policemen have got penises. Why bother putting that in the title? But apparently, a drunken naked man attempted to hit a policewoman in the head with his penis. And
Attempted is the optimal.
the thing is, the story is so vague. There are questions like, well, is he very tall? Does he have a very large penis?
Was she on her knees at the time?
Yeah, was he really trying to hit her in the head or poke her in the mouth?
He was that drunk he kept missing.
He did actually say that this was the most drunk he's ever been, and he's
There we
now
go.
off
Man assaulted officer with penis.
And actually, they were wrong
That's
because
because
the
y'all
officer
aren't
didn't have a
allowed to
penis.
carry guns over there, so what the hell? I don't know. That's the closest thing he could come to a weapon, you know?
It could have been
That, to
much of a
me-
weapon if he was really drunk.
That to me really did
Just
sound like a
quarter in the
BBC
eye.
headline. That was more like
come
a
on.
tabloid type of a headline. Really.
Yeah. Apparently the man tried to strike the female officer on the head with his penis when she was called out to his flat, but she got out of the way.
She moved her head back an inch. I mean, really, imagine that. That guy's got to go around with a criminal record for the rest of his life that reads assault with penis.
He should have really just laid down and gone to bed, you know?
He probably did afterwards. And then wake up in the morning thinking, God, what did I do? I've got a copper's out on my knob.
They arrived to find the self-employed engineer sitting on the sofa wearing a pair of underpants. Fiscal Deputy Elaine Lynch said, the accused got to his feet and was standing over the police officer, exposing his penis and thrusting it in her face, forcing her to take evasive action to avoid getting struck. So what if he was sitting on the sofa then stood up? Was she on her knees?
Did he
Maybe
stand
she
on
was
the
very
sofa?
short and he stood on the sofa.
But yeah.
Maybe she was trying to put ankle straps on him, or ankle cuffs.
Which just begs even more questions, frankly. Maybe he thought she was a stripper. 'Cause, I mean, dressed like coppers.
Apparently, the man has now quit drinking to avoid the incident ever happening again.
No,
Oh, yeah,
shit,
right.
sir.
How long have you been quit? 3 days.
Yeah, do you want a drink, mate? Oh, no, I can't. I might wave my penis in your face.
Oh, dear. I've done some dumb things when I'm drunk. I don't think I've ever waved my penis. Well, I have, but normally it's not essential. But I've certainly not struck anyone with my penis. Oi! Held it up!
You gotta really wonder about the, I guess the scanners were on and the reporters were really desperate for a story or something too, you know?
No, come on, that's a pretty interesting story. How stories go.
We can make a really bad Bond movie out of that.
Gold penis.
Gold
member.
Gold member.
Actually, there already is one. GoldenEye.
You just calmly waited for the silence then, didn't you?
There's not much around to use, so I'm just having to be careful.
You
That was Jennings with Umbrella. Now, last week I was doing my extras part. Have you been told about that at all, Bobby?
No.
Well, due to technology and Twitter, the TV director over here sent out a message to all his fans saying, send in all your pictures of you dressed in a geeky way. So I thought, it'll be good for laugh. I'll just send you the picture. If it gets picked, it gets picked. If it doesn't, no big deal. And I got an email back saying, could you come into London on the 11th and 12th of March and do a bit of extra-ing. And no idea what this would entail, and sort of thought that probably just be like background, milling around stuff. And so we were told to dress geeky and turned up, and I got there half hour early, as I always end up getting to places early. I went into KFC before going in there, and KFC was full of people wearing Atari logo T-shirts and checkered shirts with short ties, and everybody was wearing glasses. And it's like, so it seems that this is where everybody's coming together. Went up to cause it was a car park where we were supposed to meet up. I went up to this car park. And there's 3 guys on the corner. 2 of them were wearing T-shirts that had got items from a computer game on it. There's a computer game called Parental. One of them had got a companion cube, and the other one had got a T-shirt with the slogan, "The cake is a lie," written on it. And there was a girl there that got a T-shirt with a USB logo emblazoned on the front. And so straight away, sort of gone up there, and I asked the group, so who used GPS to get here? Everybody put their hands up. It's like, yeah, right, this is the right group. These are the geeks. And between us, what we decided was that as the group was getting bigger, people were becoming a little bit more cautious about approaching the group. I mean, these are geeks. These are nerds, not the most socially capable people. So they see a big crowd, and normally they want to cross the road. And it's like... So they would come up and say, is this the group for the IT crowd? Really nervous. And we say, oh yeah, come in. So right, next time somebody comes up, we say no. Is this the group for the IT crowd? No, you want down there, mate. Okay. No, come back. And so we're all waiting around. Eventually we get taken into this trailer, and we have a...
You all get taken into a trailer?
Yeah, it's like a semi. It's the trailer part of a semi, and it's all decked out with seats and heating and drinks and stuff in there. And they have the costume lady comes through, and she sort of looked at the T-shirts that have got the Atari logo on it and says, "Well, we can't put recognisable brands on the TV, so we'll have to cover that up." She looked at the shirts that had got the checkered patterns on it and said, well, that's going to cause havoc with the cameras. We're going to have to cover that up. And basically redressed everybody that came in. About the only thing that was good was the fact that everybody was wearing glasses, so they looked like geeks. Like, yeah, that'll do. And they then took us down to this car park, this disused car park. And they've got a few barrels with flames coming out the top. And very low lighting. It's like, what on earth are we doing here? We all got sent across to one side of the car park, and we couldn't see anybody apart from the person that had led us in there. We then get these models. They looked like they were fresh out of the pages of magazines. They then came in and were...
And 300 geeks came on the spot.
They were generally spread out amongst all the geeks. And the girl sort of turned around to us and said, so what are we doing? And we're like, we're waiting for direction. We don't know what we're doing.
I'm walking funny now.
and then the one of the directing people stood in front of all of us and said, right, on the shout of action, we want you to run from this side of the car park over to that side, screaming and waving your arms. We're like, but what's my motivation? Can you explain the story? The run? No, we don't get any of that. That's all we get. And then she walks off. And she goes, oh, hang on. And somebody comes on with a bucket of water and throws a bucket of water in front of us. And we're like, what? That turns out that this bucket of water is to help what little light there is to reflect and help light the car park better, isn't it? Okay. But now, of course, the girls who are dressed in their nightclub gear with open-toed shoes and 6-inch heels, they're like, so you want us to run in 6-inch heels through a puddle of water across a dirty car park? Where's my fucking agent?
Where's my motivation now, bitch?
This is not what I signed up for. So, okay, right, and action. We all ran across, all screaming and waving our arms. Me being over 6 foot tall, I'm waving my arms, cracked my knuckle on the ceiling of this low car park. But in the excitement of the whole thing, didn't really notice what's going on. The girls who are in these 6-inch heels are sort of wobbling across behind us, unable to keep up with the nerds who are all wearing their DMs and their Converse All-Stars to get across. Okay. And it turned out that we're actually doing a now this is strictly a British thing, so unfortunately Americans aren't going to appreciate this. We're doing a street countdown. Do you know countdown?
Oh, the show countdown.
The show countdown, but we're doing a street version of it.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you. All right.
So the question is,
that to Bobby later.
I'm not.
the question comes up: what's the difference between normal countdown and street countdown? Street countdown is done outside. Oh, okay then. And what they've got is they've got these metal fences with barbed wire wrapped around the top, and they have got the letters all painted on bits of card that they then hang on the railings. And it is obviously it's a comedy that we're filming called the ITCrowd, and so we're all stood around, and the idea is that we're all the nerds who are come down here to watch the recording, and we sort of learned that what they'll do is they'll do these lines over and over and over again, then we'll change scenes a bit, and then we'll do it over and over again. And we ended up being down there probably about 5 or 6 hours in this freezing cold car park. And at the end of the day, right, thanks very much, and see you again tomorrow. Next day we came into a nightclub, and this was at 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, the idea of the story is that this club is an exclusive club for people who have won a certain amount of countdown programs. So again, all the geeks and the nerds go into this club where all the celebrated winners of Countdown have been. And we're all sort of thinking, all right, so we'll just be background to the main characters. We're envisaging them playing some nerdy sort of music while we're dancing around the dance floor sort of thing. But what actually happened was that while we were all waiting on the dance floor, they were filming in the VIP section at the top of the club. And they moved one of the cameras around, and it actually gave them a bit of view of the dance floor. And then they realised, well, no, we want the dance floor to have a few people in it. So they asked me and a couple of other guys to move over the back and stand around. And then
get off the camera.
we were just not get off the camera, get on the camera, because we were actually making it look like there was more people in the club. And then the director lady comes down to me specifically and asks me, can you come up here for a second? Yeah, sure. And she says, nothing serious. I just wondered if you wouldn't mind reading a line for me. I'm like,
really?
Oh, wow.
and it's like, no, sure, fine. And she gives me this line, and I'm reading it through. She says, yep, that sounds okay. Now, are you familiar with Father Ted?
I am.
Yeah, the TV show. Yep.
Now I'm going to say his surname wrong, but Graham Lineham, one of the two. Who's
the young guy?
No, he's not one of the actors. He's actually the director, producer of Father Ted and the ITCrowd.
Right.
Comes wandering up, and I'm like, you're starstruck completely. And she's like, can you read that line again? I'm like, read the line out, and he says, yeah, sure, that's fantastic. Great, he says, that's fantastic. And wanders off. And the woman brings me this paid actor who's wearing a costume of a waiter, and she just says, "Oh, could you two just change clothes, please?" Now, like I said before,
Oh, wow.
I'm 6'2". This waiter guy is probably 5'10". So he's probably 38-inch chest. I'm near a 44-inch chest. So I'm struggling to get into the clothes that he's just given me. And he's wearing these geeky clothes. And what's actually transpired is that the agency, the acting agency, has sent a couple of model-looking guys. You know, the strikingly strong jaw and I'm going to have to get rid of the dog before I can carry on with this because she's getting a bit angsty. Hold that thought. I'll be right back.
How cool is that,
Yeah,
though?
man.
I mean, really, fuck. Would you mind being in our show? Sure. Fuck.
The jammiest bastard I've ever come across.
Well, I'm not really sure that's true because let's be honest, what they're saying is, hey, you look like a real geek. Can we borrow you?
You're perfect.
It's the fact him
He's a
talking,
method actor.
it's him talking about scraping his knuckles on the ceiling. It just made me think of a big ape running across like Clyde.
But the thing is with that, I didn't actually realise what I'd done.
Shit, he's back.
Yeah, I was back that quick. I hadn't realised what I'd done until later on. I was cold, so I pulled my hands out of my pockets and put my hands to my mouth to blow in them. And the look on this girl's face was the fact that, obviously, as I'd taken my hands out of the pocket, anything that had scarred, it actually got scraped off in my pocket, and there was just blood pouring down my hand. I'm not particularly too squeamish about it, but obviously some people are. And they said, "What the fuck have you done to your hand?" Oh, never mind, just lick it a bit.
Would you mind licking it for me?
Lick it.
So
She was just worried about the cleaning bill for the whatever it was you had on. That's all.
the thing was that the actors that they'd sent were strikingly handsome, kind of model-looking actors, and the director had decided that it would be funnier to have the waiter be a geeky sort of a waiter too. And I'm like, I think you just offended me there, but I'm not sure. So, yeah, exactly, yeah. So I wander over to the main area where they're doing the filming, and there's the two characters that I know from the television show, Moss and Roy, sat on the sofa in front of me. Now the camera to my left is just under my elbow, pointing at one of the actors. The camera to my right is again sort of at seating eye level, looking at the other actor. And so I'm like, okay, so this is what's going to happen. Obviously, their camera is simply going to catch me writing on the order pad, and see my hand. Thankfully, the bleeding had stopped by then, so there was they're just going to see my hand, and they're going to see the sort of from the waist down. If anything, fantastic, not a problem. And then I'm sure that once they get back to the editing studio, they'll use somebody else's voice. Smashing. I'm okay with this. There's no more. There's just the three actors on the couch. There's a few sort of people with microphones and cameras. The director, not a problem. I can do this easy. And sure enough, read the line out. It worked. And one of the sort of themes to the entire 2 days was that they'd say, "That was absolutely perfect. Now can we just do it again?" And then you just so you do it again. Oh yeah, that was actually that was better than the last time. But could you do it again, just a little bit slower, a little bit faster, a little bit? And what was actually happening was that he was changing the way that the main characters did their lines, but never said anything to me about mine. So this sort of enforced my opinion that I'm not going to be on camera. I'm simply being a line of sight for the actors to look at, and they'll dub somebody else in after. It's fine, not a problem. That's good. And then we did this about 6 times, and the woman who had come in and picked me up in the first place said, "That was really good, thank you." I'm like, there's my 5 minutes of fame. I'll go back and join the rest of the extras. And she said, "If you wouldn't mind just waiting over there for a minute while we change a few things." Okay. And she said, actually, if you would just stand on this mark, we'll use you for a lighting reference. And I'm thinking, oh, yep, fair enough. Rather than having the expensive actors standing on marks and stuff, they want me to stand there while they lighten, yeah. So I'm, again, still quite happy doing all this. And they're moving the cameras around, and now the camera is pointing at whoever's going to be standing on this mark. And they bring in the rest of the extras to stand behind me, pretending that they're in this club drinking and dancing. Yeah, okay. And it's all kind of settled down. So now we've only got the one camera, and it's pointing me straight in the face. And she says, right, okay, now if you wouldn't mind taking a step back, to which I take this to mean get off that mark and turn around and walk off. She said, no, you'll need to get to the mark a bit quicker than that. So if you wouldn't mind just taking literally just one step back, and then when I say action, step onto your mark and say your line. And suddenly it's, oh my goodness, I have a HD camera in my face, I have a supporting cast behind me, I think I'm going to be on telly.
Oh, fantastic.
How cool is that?
Okay, Darren, I'll be the one to ask. Let's hear it. Give us your line.
See, I can't do that. Because
Why?
I did sign the disclaimer saying that we will not spoil anything of the plot. And I've told you a little bit more than I should have, possibly. So you will have to watch the IT crowd.
Well, in that case, then, you have to let us know when it comes out. So
Absolutely.
We can watch it over here. We'll have to watch it on YouTube.
Well,
we've got to see that.
I thought we get ITCrowd on BBC America. We don't?
No, I think we did for a little while. I don't think we still do.
Okay. I thought I'd heard of that show.
Darren, that is such a cool story, man.
That
I'm
is
so jealous.
awesome.
If that was me, I'd be like, do you want me naked?
Well, the thing is that it was Twitter that brought everybody together. So while we're not doing stuff and we're sitting around talking, we're all exchanging Twitter details and emails and Facebook names. And since Friday of last week, there's been over 400 pictures that people have taken of the various shooting put up on Facebook. And then you go through it and you go, oh, that's me, tag. Oh, that's me, tag. Oh, that's me. And there's loads of pictures of me. And, when I explained to my wife what I was doing, she's like, what? So I sent her a link to the Facebook thing. And she's like, you are such a nerd.
Yeah, but what a cool way to be a nerd. Come on.
I am
to be in a TV show and having a line.
I really hope that it makes it. I mean, they'd have to do quite a bit of re-taping to take my bit out, because I do actually introduce one of the key parts of the story. So unless they completely refilm that section, there's a strong chance that I'm going to be on telly.
So now you just got to hope you didn't have any bogies hanging out or anything.
Well, they didn't do any makeup or anything like that. So
perhaps they
want totally natural. Wow.
Yeah, totally natural on a HD camera after 4 hours sleep. I am not looking forward to seeing myself on that.
So, not to be the materialistic one, but did you get paid?
You know, this is the thing. We all got paid a certain amount for working the 2 or 1.5 days. After I'd actually done that line, everybody would come up to me and say, are you going to ask for more? It's like, no, I just, if it gets on telly, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't, but I'm not going to ask for more. I'm not going to demand that they put my name in the credits. And this isn't a life-changing experience. I'm not going to be flying out to Hollywood looking for a film role. It's like, just leave me alone. And
I don't even think you could do that in America without having like some kind of SAG license or something. They're so funny about it.
I think you'll probably find there's like a limit on lines and stuff like that, because quite often people in movies who are extras, the directors are saying, look, can you just say this line or something like that? Yeah. So I think you'll probably find it's like if you're in a scene for over 20 seconds, or if you've got more than 15 words, then you have to be a Screen Actors Guild member or something like that. I would think, and I would imagine it's much the same in the UK.
Well, the other thing was...
Sorry, go on, Darren.
Because the guy that I took the costume off of was one of the agency actors, he possibly was part of the Actors Guild and all this sort of thing. Apparently he did read the line, but then the director sort of had this idea about it becoming a geeky one. So I really felt bad, because he possibly would have demanded a little bit more money and possibly would have got recognition that he wanted by having that
don't
line.
feel bad.
I felt bad. His resume now.
Yeah, I felt bad for all of about 20 minutes, but yeah.
Almost had a speaking line on the IT crowd. Some lanky, geeky bastard stole it from me.
With scraped knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he's still talking about that. Yeah.
I've heard that one of the guys from Red Dwarf, an extra, played Elvis, and he had the one line which was "Thank you very much," and that was his one line. But because of the cult status that Red Dwarf has got, he's actually since been to conventions and done autograph signings.
Oh my God, Darren, you're going to be famous. It's a world tour next.
It does worry me because I've been doing sort of a little bit of nerding and searching around on the IT crowd, and it is quite popular amongst people all over the bloody world. So
you're going to be going to like Comic Con and stuff
Comic-Con
like that.
and stuff like that, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, the waiter from season 3, episode 4.
Season 4, and the episode will be called The Final Countdown.
Guy in red outfit.
The guy's actually got, the character's actually got a name, which, again shows that there's a little bit more thought gone into it. And I'm wondering whether there might be a spin-off sitcom, Well, are we likely to have you on the show more often now? To what do we owe this privilege of having you with us today?
I'm actually off this week. I'm on vacation, so I'm hanging around the house, just sort of doing my housewife thing. And
That's holiday for our English listeners.
yeah, I'm on vacation. And I'm heading to the beach tomorrow. My sister-in-law, actually, I don't know if y'all heard the phone ring or not.
Heading to the beach tomorrow, beach tomorrow.
Yeah, so I'm going to be heading to the beach for the next couple of days, but I was home today, so I was invited, which was awesome. I enjoyed it.
It's really great.
Thanks again to our special guest, Bobbi. Music this week was provided by CyberPR and from MySpace. For the show notes of this and previous shows, please go to www.dumbdownlife.com.
Are you still there?